Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 21st of March 2023. I'm over at Stanley Park. You could probably tell that. I try and come on Wednesdays, but you know what? This week's looking really bad for weather. It's not great today, to be honest. It's a bit windy. It's been raining this morning. I've just been sitting in the car waiting. Sorry, you're just getting a bit of a Mr. Drone weather update. I haven't done one for a while, I think. So yeah, I work on windows of opportunity really when it comes to drone flying, and this week this is it. It looks like so. Yeah, the wind's gonna pick up quite a lot this afternoon, and then be quite windy till later in the week. So my midweek video is happening right now. Luckily for me, I do get quite a lot of comments. So my Anfield video went out. I think it was Saturday evening. So I've had a good few days, and I've got loads of comments, so thank you very much for that. So there's more than enough comments there, so I'll turn you around now. Just while I remind you and let any first watchers know that my midweek video is where I get up in the air and address any questions and comments that were put to me on my weekend video. So what I'll do then, my weekend videos is where I get up in the air and have a good fly around, having a good look at it all. It really is just looking like it's looking so close to completion, to be honest. But yeah, we are going to get up in the air now. Hope we're okay with the wind and address some of your questions and comments. Let's get up there. Okay guys, as usual starting place, straight up in the air, and I'm going to get straight into the questions and comments without wasting any time, because I'm feeling a little bit of rain. And it is a bit windy, as I said at the beginning, so I'm going to get straight in. So we'll start off with Scarlett here, who has said, loving your content from Australia, mate. Thanks very much, Scarlett. Bet you get better weather than I do over there. Just curious, once the Everton Stadium and Anfield Road Stand are completed, will you be looking into the other stadiums outside of Liverpool that will get upgrades, like Wolves, Leicester and Chelsea? No, I won't, Scarlett. So although I'll keep an eye on them, and I might take like one trip, one trip or two, the odd trip down to some of those stadiums. At the moment, the furthest one away that I will be keeping an eye on will be Wrexham. At the moment, it's just too far. Scarlett. So what I found is that I've had a couple of drone projects, because I do this like commercially as well. So I cover some construction sites for some building firms that asked me to kind of keep an eye on their projects, and one of them asked me to do some local for them, and they have some projects in Nottingham and asked me to cover it for them, and I found it really difficult doing it. Reason being is because I don't know. I can only go off the weather forecasting reports, and it's not always like 100% accurate. So I could look at the weather for like Nottingham or like you've said, Leicester or Chelsea. I can look at the weather and think, right, I'll go down there today. Yeah, it might be sunny and lovely where I am in Liverpool. I leave 2 hours on the road, get there, and it's windy as hell, or it started raining. I found this because I planned to do, like I said, the projects in Nottingham I'd booked them in for a day that looked all fantastic. Drove an hour and 20 minutes down the motorway, and it fogged over a lot. It was really foggy all of a sudden, and I had to abort it, and it just made me realise that it's just too difficult to do. You have to be like kind of close area to be able to kind of up and go when the weather suits, Scarlett. But I will have loads more planned when these stadiums are finished. I'll have loads more time, because I'm doing like 2 a week at each stadium at the moment, and it's taking up a lot of time. So when these are done, honestly, I've got loads more planned. There'll be stuff like getting to every Premier League ground in the country in one day and things like that. Just little things. Like, I've got loads planned, Scarlett, so you'll have loads to watch. So I hope you all keep watching. Thanks for your comment though, and thanks for watching from Australia. Right, we're right behind it there. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Like that. Do you want me to get a little bit closer, guys? There we go. Right, let's move on. We've got Robert Ballard, who says, hi Nick, great video as usual. Thanks, Robert. Does anyone know why there's a big hole in the roofing steels at the Kenny Dalglish stand end? It's been like that for ages. roofing steels, Kenny Dalglish, and yeah, I think Robert. So let's move around here. Say big hole. I think they've only just. There you go, Robert. That's where you're looking, isn't it? Oh, look, they've got the scaffolding right up round that corner now. So that's where you're looking, Robert, isn't it? Move across, right there, Robert. They've only just finished the terracing at that end. So I think the hole was there to get the terracing lifted in. To be honest, I think we're going to see there might be steel. Well, there's a lot of steel down there. We're probably over the next week or so, I could imagine, we're going to see. Oh, there's like a frame being built down there, isn't there? See it in the car park? You see at the bottom of this stand, Robert. I think we're going to start seeing that being filled in. You know, within the, like I say, within the coming week or two, I could imagine. That's why. Unless there's any other reason, but I'm pretty sure that's why, Robert. Thank you very much for your question. We'll move on to Colin Thornton, who says, great video as usual, Mr. D. Thank you very much, Colin. At each end of the stand there are red struts in the steelwork. I seem to remember you saying that they are temporary and will eventually be removed. Any idea when this will happen? It has been happening, Colin. So let's just. So there's quite a lot have been removed, Colin. There used to be much more than that in there. Let's see if there's some on the floor we can see. Not really at the moment, but what I'll do, Colin, let's move down. There's still quite a bit this end, but if you take like a visual image of that end, and we'll move across because I think they have moved quite. See, if we come over this end, they're lifting a piece of steel down there. See the guys on the top. There's not as many, but yeah, they are removing them bit by bit and replacing them. I don't know if I know you said that you recall me saying about them. Where's your question? Collins, yeah, you say you remember me saying about them, so you must have heard me saying that they are adjustable steel, the orange ones, and that's why they're there. So whilst they're finishing off, they can adjust if anything doesn't fit. You know, they need a slight adjustment, they can do that. So yeah, as it's all going together, they're coming out bit by bit, so it shouldn't be too long before they're all gone. Thanks, Colin. We'll move on to Mel Abshire. Okay, must be match day and Mr. Drone has to get up early. I don't know what you mean, sorry. Must be match day and MD has. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure just because you say it 2 days ago, I'm sure it would have meant something at the time, so I can't get that one. Anyway, moving on. Mr. Drone, when you're there early and no one is around, is it possible to have the drone fly down the walkway next to the fence with the murals? This shot should be a low one. Maybe the drone directly in front of you, but looking up. This is to show the scale of the height of the new Anfield Road Stand. Most drone shots are from height looking down or level, but it would be great to see or get an idea of how tall the stand is, like when walking next to it looking up. So how we do. Mel, stay tuned for the end. I'll do my own video walking across it. Don't need the drone for that. I can just do it with my Osmo camera. So stay tuned for that, guys, and I'll go and walk across those murals at the back and look up. Good idea, but I don't need the drone for that, I don't think. Next time I'm here really early though. Perhaps I will do that. Mel, I'll keep it in mind, okay? Thanks for the suggestion. Moving on, we've got Rich, who says, hi Nick, great vid as ever. Thanks, Rich. What is going to become of the player murals on the fencing? Is it going to be taken down and be open plan to Stanley Park, or is railings or a wall going to replace it? Yeah, I've kept. So this is the same sort of thing regarding the wall murals. So we're looking down. Can you see them on the red wall? And I'll go and have a walk past them at the end, guys. Just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so Steve's replied saying that timber site boundary fence will come down and the murals will be auctioned individually with all proceeds going to charity. Wow, Steve, really? Did not know that. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Wonder if they'll let me have one for all the coverage I've done. Be great for my little studio. But of course, if they're going to auction them for charity, that's much better. Selfish, Nick. So you've said they'll be auctioned in Vidi with all proceeds going to charity. The rerouted Anfield Road will form an open plan boundary with the park, with some additional planting as well. Thank you. Yeah, Rich said thanks for the response. So guys, yeah, something I didn't know. It's a great question, Rich. I did know obviously they were doing the rerouting of the Anfield Road. But yeah, I didn't know they were being auctioned off. It'd be very interesting to keep an eye on that. Thank you very much for the question, Rich, and thanks, Steve. And as I said to Mel just before, I will take a walk up there in a bit at the end, do my own video and let you have a look up at how high it looks in that. So thank you for that, guys. Moving on, we have Phil Beatty, who says, I'll tell you what, let me zoom out. Sorry, Phil, give me a second. Phil Beatty, who says, hi Nick, great vid as usual, thanks Phil. As you should share how much the hospitality is costing per season, laugh out loud. Cheap as chips, laugh out loud. I'll send the email they sent me, 4,200 plus VAT per seat per season. All sold out for next season, tourist buyers. 4,200 plus VAT. I've got no I've got not really any perspective on that, because I don't know how much it was last season, Phil. How much was it last season? Has that gone up or has it gone down? Do you think that is cheap or what? Honestly, I've got no reference for that at all, so it'd be good to know what the reference is on that. Phil, if you don't mind me asking, what was it last season? Has that gone up? Is that when you say 4,200 per seat per season, hospitality, is that hospitality for this? Because I know that middle section down there we've known for a long time, right down there where the brickwork is and that yellow machine is in the middle, that's the hospitality entrance, we believe. So is it just this Anfield Road stand hospitality? It's 4,200. Let us know, please, Phil. And thanks for the comments as well, and thanks for letting us all know that. You didn't send me the email though. Send me the email, please, if you don't mind me having a look at it. Thanks very much. Right, moving on. We've got Awaken World, who said, great video again. By the way, guys, I'm not moving too much here because it's a bit windy, so I won't be going like over it or anything. When it's windy and they're working on site, I won't go like directly over or anything. I'll get in a bit closer in a minute for you. In fact, what I'll do, I'll go across. So Awaken World, whilst I answer this, I'll have a look round for you. So Awaken World has said, great video again, thanks. Looking forward to your chat with Casey Imageworks. Okay, Awaken, yeah. So me and Casey Imageworks are ideally going, so I do that weekly football show. If you haven't seen it already, have a look. It comes out every Friday. Although it's a World Cup, not World Cup, it's an international break at the moment, so I might, I think I'll have a little week off. But anyway, I will get Casey Imageworks in this Thursday. I do it Thursday night and it comes out Friday, so you'll all be seeing it Friday. And me and Casey are going to have a chat about, we'll have a chat about football, things that have gone on, but we will also be having a chat, about our drone flying, and our drone and escapades and adventures here, and the other sites that we do. So yeah, that should be available this Friday, as long as Casey can still do it. Paul Frost was invited too, because that was what somebody had mentioned about Casey and Paul Frost having me having a chat with them too. But Paul Frost, unfortunately, I don't think he can make it, so I'll try and sort out another one. And I know there's loads of other drone guys as well that obviously cover it, so I'm not just like purposely leaving people out, but I don't want like a massive like gang in the studio. It won't look or sound great, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think it'll be me and Casey, unless Paul Frost can sort something out. We'll have a good chat and bring that to you on Friday. So yeah, it was good little suggestion by somebody, so we're going to make that happen for you. Be good for us to have a little chat as well, so thanks for that, Awaken. So we'll move on to Dominic Franks, who says, you may have answered this one before, if so, sorry. No problem, Dominic. So quite a lot of people do ask like the same sort of questions, because obviously you don't all get to watch every single video, which I totally understand. But what drone do you use? I've been researching a potential new hobby and currently saving for the Mini 3 Pro DJI. So that's what I'm using right now, the Mini 3 Pro, DJI Mini 3 Pro. I've got the Mini 2 as well, and I have just bought a new one, which I need to do a lot of practicing on. I've bought a new DJI Avatar, but I'm going to be doing loads of practicing. But I'd recommend the DJI Mini 3. This is the one I use all the time here, Dominic. And at my other ones, so my Mini 2 is more of a, it's kind of a backup. My Mini 2 is turned into a backup. I did have the Mavic 2, I've had an Inspire as well, both much bigger drones, but there's a lot of restrictions on where you can fly them, so that's why I've given them up, and I've gone for the Minis because it just suits exactly what I do. But yeah, Dominic, highly recommend the Minis. Moving on, I've got Trig Josh. Trig Josh, right, Trig Josh, you comment on most of my videos, but you like to get loads of content in your your comments and questions, Josh, which I really do appreciate. But so this one, so the top bit you've just said about it's about like Real Madrid TV and that. So the top paragraph, sorry Trig Josh, I'm gonna skip through that. That was just about someone you'd sent to me, I think. Going down to the second paragraph, you've got, my question this time is, during the construction of Spurs Stadium and I think Anfield main stand, there was an off-site storage area some distance from the build used for the building components until it was time for them to be installed. Has there been one used for the Anfield Road End build additional to the car park and main stand storage area, or do they arrive on site direct from the manufacturer? Yes, there is, Trig Josh. This reason why I've picked this out, because somebody I know, actually kind of family friend, has been working on site, and mentioned to me that they do have an off-site storage, and last week or a couple of weeks ago it got broken into, and there were a lot of the guys, a lot of the construction workers on site had to run down to where it is to get people out of it. So I'm not going to say where it is if people don't know, so I'm not going to kind of reveal that, but they definitely do. It's not too far away. They do have one, and yeah, I think so that it's a bit of a storage site for a lot of machinery, materials and that, Trig Josh. And yeah, it got broken into a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your continued support and questions, Trig Josh, as well. So we're going to move on to Bavish, who says, after any roads complete, will they extend the pitch that end? They did widen the pitch main stand end on redevelopments. Good stuff, Nick. Take care. No, Bavish, I don't believe so. I don't believe there's any plans to widen the pitch at all, mate. I don't know why they'd do it. So I'm getting strong wind warnings, guys, so I'm gonna we'll have a close look. Yeah, Bavish, there's no plans at all, mate. And if they were going to do it, I think they'd have done it like during the build, not when it's completed. But still, as far as I'm aware, there's absolutely no plans for that whatsoever. Thanks for your question, though. We've got Andy Argyle, who says, another great video, keep up the good work. Thanks, Andy. I always look forward to seeing the updates on Anfield Road Stand. It's my son's birthday next Thursday. Can you give him a happy birthday wish on next video? His name is Rob Argyle, if his second name is the same as yours, Andy. But yeah, Rob, massive happy birthday from me, from your dad, sorry. from your dad, he's asked. But yeah, happy birthday, Rob, and thanks for watching, Andy. I think you've commented a few times before, so thank you for that. Thanks for your continued support. We're going to move on to who we got. iPhone, who says 36 of adverts, forget it. Yeah, iPhone, do you know what, I've had the reason why I kept this in iPhone is because I've had a few people like commenting saying there's too many, like there's adverts and this, that, the other. Right, I need to be clear here. I don't run the adverts, YouTube do, okay? It's part of being in the YouTube program, so it's not me putting the adverts on, it's YouTube. So I hope you kind of all understand that I'm not purposely throwing more and more adverts on, guys. And when you get, the longer the video, so when I do these are a bit longer, the longer the video, the more adverts. So yeah, sorry if it annoys anybody, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, guys, that brings me to the end. I've got to bring the drone down because I've been going on for 20 minutes as well. Got to bring the drone down. It is getting windy. I keep getting wind warnings, so I'm going to bring it down now, and I'll finish up doing a little walk along the back. Thank you. Right, okay, guys, so that brought me to the end of the my midweek video covering your questions and comments. There's some good ones there as well, so thanks once again. I get loads, so if I don't get to yours, it's never personal. I never see anyone's name and purposely skip past them. I try and get as many different people. So what I do is sometimes if I get to one and I see I've used their comments a few times before, that's when I'll try and move on to someone else to make sure I'm getting as many people in as possible. But what I've done here to do this this end video, as I said I would during the video, is come up to the wall and let you all have a look here. So here's the wall murals. Who was it? Was it Mel Abshire did asked? So there you go, you can get it in there, looking up, and I'll take a walk down. So this is the main stand end. As you can see, Mel, it's just about getting in my camera there, and as I look across, there's the main stand, the end of the main stand there, with that big crane going up. But yeah, it is high. It is high. Like, there's going to be some noise, but I mean there already is. But when if you're in the park and there's a Liverpool game on, the noise is going to be absolutely horrendous, or in a good way. So yeah, there you go. See all the guys working away as well. This is for you, Mel. Things I do. So, bit of song there now. So there you go. Just a little walk on the back of the stadium. I'll kind of angle it up here as well, so you can see. But yeah, that's the end of my midweek video. Doing a bit extra for you all as well, as and when I'm asked. That's the entire point. You get your comments, questions on there. Ask me to do stuff within reason relating to the ground, ideally. But you ask me to have a certain look at something, I will do if I can. Okay, so guys, thanks very much. That's the end of this midweek one. I'll be back here at the weekend if the weather allows, because it's going to be windy the rest of the week, but I will do my best as always. I think you all know that by now. So hopefully see you at the weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye now.